FBI agent Peter Strzok allegedly failed to follow up on a report of a possible breach on Hillary Clinton's private email server. God, this story goes on and on. Let's bring in Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan, who has been pushing for a second special counsel to investigate the Clinton probe. Congressman, what I can tell is that Mr. Strzok knew that there was some abnormality with the metadata on Mrs. Clinton's email server. I know I don't want to get too technical, but in other words, there were grounds to take a look at this because we know how the secret information that was being put through this server. But in the end, he never followed up.
Yeah,
right.
And that shouldn't surprise us. After all, this is the same guy who changed the now famous exoneration letter from the term gross negligence, which is a crime, to extreme carelessness. So we all thought the fix was in with the Clinton investigation at the top levels of the FBI. Now that we've seen the Strzok and Page text messages and get this story, we know the fix was in because this is the agent. This is the super agent, Peter Strzok, former deputy head of counterintelligence, who ran the entire Clinton investigation. He interviewed Mills, he interviewed Abedin, and he interviewed Secretary Clinton. And then it shouldn't surprise us that he didn't follow up on something that was pretty darn important.
And you mentioned the editing because Jim Comey at the time said it was reasonably likely that hostile actors gained access to then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's private email account. That was watered down to say it was merely possible. That's a huge difference.
Right. So he changed that part of the exoneration letter to merely possible. He also changed the overall view of this from a gross negligence, which is, again, tracking with the criminal standard, tracking with the statute itself, to extreme carelessness. What is also interesting is, of course, this is the same agent who launched the Trump-Russia investigation.
Right.
He's the agent who said this George Papadopoulos issue, which has also had some new information come out in the last several days. He's the one who started the Russian investigation. So think about it. The guy who interviewed Mills, Abedin, Clinton, ran the Clinton investigation, changed the exoneration letter, didn't follow up on this important breach of her computer, of her server, is also the guy who launches the Trump-Russia investigation.
Yeah,
that's why we need a second special counsel.
It's not exactly difficult to connect the dots, is it? Next one for you, Congressman. President Trump calling out the Democrats for dragging their heels on DACA. Now, this morning he tweeted this. Total inaction on DACA by Dems. Where are you? Question mark. A deal can be made. Your response to that, Congressman?
Yeah, we could do the right thing, and the right thing is consistent with what the American people said on Election Day.
Yeah.
They were very clear about this because President Trump campaigned on this. Build the border security wall. Stop chain migration, get rid of the visa lottery, deal with asylum policy, deal with this crazy sanctuary city policy we see all over the country, deal with all those things, and then, oh, by the way, we can also deal with these DACA individuals in the appropriate fashion. So let's have that kind of legislation passed. That's what we all campaigned on. That's consistent with the mandate of the election. And more importantly, that's exactly what is in Chairman Goodlatte, Bob Goodlatte, Chairman of the Judiciary. That's what's in his legislation that we in the Freedom Caucus and we in the House Republican Conference are trying to get passed.
You know, it's interesting, Congressman, because yesterday we had protests outside the Democratic National Committee headquarters. Protesters, dreamers, upset with the lack of action and ability to negotiate by the Democrats. So, you know, those that would technically believe that the Democrats would be behind them, they're kind of turning on themselves a little bit.
Right. I think there's an agreement that could be had that's consistent with what the American people want, consistent with what's best for this country. There's an agreement there, but I do think many Democrats are more concerned about politics and the political benefit they think this will give them this fall than they are with solving problems and doing what the American people elected us to do.
Fascinating stuff, as always. Congressman Jim Jordan, thanks so much, Congressman. Appreciate your time this morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashley.